The future of President Jacob Zuma hangs in the balance. At the center of the corruption allegations he faces, of course, his links to the Indian origin Gupta family. The family moved to South Africa from India back in 1992. And while they have been grabbing headlines here for years now, in India, the three Gupta brothers have barely received any media attention at all, as our Indian correspondent Neha Poonia has been tracing the Gupta family's links out in India.
While the Guptas left India for South Africa over 2 decades ago, they have continued to call India their home. They still have family members living here in New Delhi. Their niece, Vega Gupta, lives in the Indian capital with her husband, businessman Akash Jahajgaria. And it was at Vega's high-profile wedding in 2013 that the allegations of the close ties between Jacob Zuma and the Gupta family first came under public scrutiny. A chartered plane carrying the Gupta family's wedding guests had landed at an Air Force base near Pretoria, leading to massive public outrage. We've made several attempts to contact Vega Gupta and her husband, but we've had no response. Their associates telling us that they're currently out of the country and they have no definitive plans of coming back home. It's also believed that between December and February, the Gupta brothers have made at least 2 short trips to India, and that too on their private jet. It's unclear yet whether that trip was limited to a stopover in Delhi or whether they travelled to their hometown of Saharanpur in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. And speaking of Saharanpur, many extended family members of the Gupta family continue to live in that town, and the Gupta brothers have also held on to their family home in Saharanpur as well. Now, while the family's close ties with the government in South Africa are under scrutiny, in India as well, the Gupta brothers enjoy a lot of political clout as well. During Vega Gupta's high-profile wedding, many Indian politicians were seen attending that event. Many Indian celebrities from the film fraternity were also flown in for that, and that gives you a sense of the elite circles that the Gupta brothers fraternize with in both nations. While the Gupta brothers and the allegations of state capture against them have received very little media attention here in India, last year the brothers did speak to a few Indian media outlets calling the probe against them back home in South Africa a witch hunt, and reiterating their innocence once again. However, ever since the Indian Bank of Baroda agreed to disclose the bank accounts of the brothers, there have been some calls here in India demanding a more detailed probe into that. Neha Poonia, SABC News, New Delhi.